Stellar MLS Transition. Module 7. Searching an 80,000 agent MLS. This one is not about rules or fines. It's about the single habit that decides whether the new system feels powerful or exhausting. Here's the thing nobody warns you about. On our current MLS, you have never once had to limit a search because the whole database is Citrus County. Whatever you typed, the answer came back local, automatically. Stellar covers most of Central and Southwest Florida, plus Puerto Rico. It does not know where you work. If you don't tell it, it will cheerfully hand you a house 4 hours away, and it will not feel like an error. It'll just feel like a lot of results. I ran this on the live system, so you'd see a real number, not a guess. Residential search, active status only, nothing else set. 5,000 plus matches. That is the entire Stellar footprint answering a question you thought you were asking about your market. And notice, nothing about that search was wrong. It just wasn't narrowed. Now watch what one field does. Same search. I typed Citrus into the county box. 5,000 plus becomes 1,229. That's it. That is the entire skill. One field, 1 second, and the system goes from overwhelming to useful. If you take nothing else from this video, set the county. Every time, before you look at a single result. There are 4 fields that control geography, and it's worth knowing what each one does. State defaults to Florida. It is a field which tells you the database is bigger than one state. Leave it alone. County is a list of every Florida county, not just the ones near us. And it is the field that matters most. City works, but our market crosses city lines constantly. Hernando, Beverly Hills, Lecanto, Inverness. So lead with county and use city to narrow. And MLS zip is also statewide, precise but risky, because it's easy to miss a zip code that covers half a neighborhood you meant to include. Now the part that turns this from a chore into a system. You do not want to set the county by hand for the rest of your career. Set it once, along with your price range and property types, and then save the search. A saved search remembers all of it. After that, you're one click away from your market, instead of rebuilding the same filters every morning. Every good agent on a big MLS lives out of saved searches. On a database this size, it's not optional. One practical thing to check during the October window. We do not yet know whether your saved searches, your favorites, and your custom dashboard widgets carry across in the migration. They may well come with you. That's a question we've put to the association, and I'll tell you the answer as soon as I have it. But it costs you nothing to be ready either way. Take 5 minutes before November and write down the criteria for the searches you actually live in. County, price range, property type, subdivision. If they migrate, great, you wasted 5 minutes. If they don't, you rebuild them in a few minutes instead of trying to remember what you'd set up. The status list changes too, and it's worth a look before you rely on muscle memory. Coming soon is a new checkbox right at the top. That's the status we covered in Module 5, and it is live. Temporarily off-market is there, which we don't have today. Withdrawn, conditional, and canceled are separate checkboxes, and they mean different things, as we covered in Module 8. And note the default, active only. If you're pulling solds for a comparative market analysis, you have to check sold yourself. Nobody will remind you. Last piece, and this one matters for how we sell Citrus Hills and Pine Ridge. There are 3 separate subdivision fields: development, subdivision, or condo name, and legal subdivision name. And they don't always agree. More importantly, our local subdivision names are being mapped into Stellar's data structure right now, and there is no guarantee they'll read exactly the way you type them today. So during the October window, do this. Search a village you know cold, Terra Vista, Cambridge Greens, Pine Ridge, and confirm the results are what you'd expect. If a name is missing or wrong, tell me. That's a data mapping problem we can still get raised while it's being built. So 3 habits. Set the county before you look at anything. Save your searches so you only build them once. And use the October window to check that your saved searches came across and that our local subdivision names read the way you expect. Do those 3 things, and a database 80 times bigger than what you're used to will feel like an upgrade instead of a fire hose. Let's take your questions.